My fellow ketoers, I just wanted to talk about a few things keto related. First of all, in 2 days is my 4th week weigh-in, and I am super excited. Even if I don't lose any weight on the scale, it doesn't matter. My energy levels are sky high, and my clothes are fitting loose. I mean, there's this one pair of pants that they used to fit pretty well, and I didn't need a belt or anything. Now I had to use a belt. So that there is just telling me that things are happening. So who cares what the scale says in 2 days? I'm just going to do it just for the hell of it, to get that, see that trend going down, that downward trend that we all like. All right, well, I bought something at the grocery store yesterday, and I cannot believe it's taken me this long to buy it. Well, one of the reasons is because it's expensive. One tub is like $17.99, but I found a smaller one that's $3.99, so it all worked out. It's like 14 ounces or something like that, and that is coconut oil. Coconut oil. We love coconut oil. It's got 0 grams trans fat. It's a great substitute for butter, oil. And the craziest thing I learned, well, it's not really crazy, but you can even use it as cream for your coffee. I haven't tried that yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to, because my favorite part of the day is my morning cup of coffee with that 1 gram of carb hazelnut sugar-free coffee creamer. Anyways, and then you can also mix this stuff in warm tea, and it works great to soothe your throat, or what was it? Soothe heartburn. So if any of you are heartburn sufferers or women that are pregnant who experience a lot of heartburn, put some of this in your tea. It might do you some good. And what's funny about this stuff is when I bought it off the shelf yesterday, it was like this white lard looking thing. It was like white solid coconut looking thing. And then this morning I pull out my cabinet door, open my cabinet door. I cannot speak right now, I'm sorry. And it's all liquidy. Like, what the hell happened to my snowball looking crap? Well, when you got this stored in colder rooms, it's gonna harden and look white and solid. But then when you have it in a hotter room, it's gonna liquefy. And in room temperature, it's gonna have a little bit of both, kind of like a little iceberg looking thing floating around in your oil, which is kind of off-putting at first, but not really. So either you'll have it looking white, thick, and dense, or you're going to have it liquidy. Either way, use it. Don't be afraid. Coconut oil has a lot of immune-fighting benefits to it. It's also good for people who suffer with visceral fat. And if you don't know what visceral fat is, my husband would be perfect person to show what it looks like, but he's not here, and he would kill me if he knew that I was talking about his visceral fat. Okay. Group 1 who doesn't have visceral fat. They have squishy fat. They have the spare tire fat. They have the it's squishy, can I touch it kind of fat. Group 2, the ones with the visceral fat, you don't see fat rolls or a spare tire when they sit down. When they stand up, they kind of like, it's hard looking. It's kind of like my husband's got like a little 4-month-old or 4-month pregnancy stomach. It looks hard, but he doesn't look out of shape or squishy. And when he sits down, he's got no spare tire. But the visceral fat is the most dangerous. So don't be envying those people because they can sit down and not have a spare tire. Visceral fat is hugging your important internal organs. It's suffocating it. So you want to get rid of that quick. More than external, vanity roll fat, spare tires, something like that. I apologize if I'm saying anything that's going to insult somebody. I'm not trying to. I'm just not a good speaker. I think I've said that too many times. Anyways, coconut oil helps combat visceral fat. Why not use it? First of all, it's just coconut's great. And as Tom Hanks taught me in Castaway, don't drink too much coconut water or coconut juice. I guess that'll send you into the bathroom for a while. But this is entirely different. This isn't coconut. This is the fat. This is the good stuff. We want that. What was I going to say? It lowers heart disease. It helps with inflammation, improves your cholesterol, and it's great for your hair. People use it for makeup, and it's a good moisturizer. So, a lot of reasons why coconut oil is worth that hefty price. I mean, when I saw that price, $17.99 for a big tub of it, I'm like, no, ain't gonna do it. I just can't spend that much on myself for a food ingredient. I just feel wrong about it. But I'm going to use it for my family. Help my husband with his visceral fat. You know it's the most dangerous kind of fat? It's the funnest fat to talk about or to say. Instead of squishy fat, it's visceral. Kind of sounds cooler. Anyways. It also boosts your thyroid health. And it contains MCTs, which is medium chain triglycerides, that will help boost ketones. The MCTs is converted into the liver. Converted into the liver into ketones that our bodies will use for fuel instead of glycogen. So that's good. So I don't know too much more about coconut oil than what I've learned since I've started doing keto. But I haven't seen any downsides to buying this aside from the cost factor. But when you think about it, how many more items do you spend too much money on that could have, like an OtterBox for a cell phone? That's like $50. And then when you're thinking about something that's going to help your health, $17.99 or expensive OtterBox, like crap. I need to, reorganize my priorities. So I got it. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is alcohol. I'm Irish. We like to drink. I don't drink a lot. I'm talking about like family gatherings, that kind of stuff. I'm not like sitting on a rocking chair out in the backyard, throwing back a few, listening to music, crying about my childhood. I ain't doing none of that. But actually, I'm a goofy drinker. I can't stop talking, and I'm pretty funny. I don't get angry. I don't get depressed. I just get clumsy and talk a lot. Anywho, the ethanol in alcohol will shoot up your blood sugar really quick. And at the same time, as quick as it goes up, it goes down just as fast. So, if you're gonna drink it in moderation. But what was I gonna talk about? When you're doing keto, you want to stay away from the carbohydrate drinks. You want to stay away from the mixed fruity drinks. So say goodbye to wine. Say goodbye to Long Island iced teas. That was one of my favorite, Long Island iced tea. Say goodbye to margaritas. Say goodbye to beer. I don't like beer. Beer gives me headaches and makes me bloat and just... Ugh. And say hello to hard liquor. So if you can handle a hard liquor, have at it. But be responsible. And partly to that response is you'll end up being a cheap date. Say you can handle 6 shots of vodka normally on the weekends with your friends or your family or whatnot. Reduce that. You'll be lucky if you can get 2 shots before you really feel it. Because if you just get drunk quicker. 1 shot will feel like you already had 3. 2 shots will make you're like, ugh. You're reaching the level of annoying drinker, the clumsy drinker, the spill spaghetti on your shirt drinker. Just limit your alcohol intake because you really don't need that much, and the hangovers are going to be the worst if you don't limit your alcohol in keto. I mean, the only thing I guess, if you do want to drink a lot, like during New Year's and whatnot, have pickle juice on hand. Drink that in the morning, and it'll knock out your hangover. I'm a pickle juice drinker, so I learned that without even trying to cure a hangover. I just woke up with a hangover from a holiday party the night before, and I like to drink triple pickle juice, so I drank that. I was like, you know what? That hangover is kind of gone. What the hell happened? And I'm like, pickles have electrolytes. So, anyways, what I was going to say, the physiological effects of alcohol. Alcohol will be burned before fat and carbs. So it's not that you're going to be stalling your weight loss if you drink alcohol. It's going to be postponed. So, for instance, for every shot of vodka you take, add an extra hour your body's going to take to burn it and get back into your ketosis fighting machine. So if you had 4 shots, 4 hours, give yourself 4 hours. The other problem is everybody knows when you drink alcohol, you get super dehydrated. You can even look at the scale and see that you lost 4 pounds because it's water weight. But when you're in ketosis and you're a keto and you drink, that's double the dehydration you're going to feel. So I would recommend, if you are going to drink, and drinking responsibly, I hope, is that you drink water in between your drinks. So for every shot, chug some water. Every shot, chug some water. After you drink your final shot, chug some water before bed and have it on your nightstand to have throughout the night. Because dehydration is no joke. You want to stay fully hydrated. So it'd be hard liquor you'd be having to drink. So vodka, whiskey, all that scary stuff. I just rather not drink, period, because I rather not interrupt my weight burning. But if I'm invited to a party, I'm not going to say no. I'll just say like yes to maybe 1 or 2. So that'd be enough to be good. Where people be walking around going, wow, she's had a little too many. Little do they know I only had 2, and I get drunk quicker. All right. What was I going to say? So, since alcohol is highly toxic, our body wants to get rid of it first. So that's why it's going to use alcohol for energy before it uses carbs and fat. So if you're eating right after you drink alcohol, it's just going to sit there for a while before, your body gets rid of the toxic concoction you threw back the night before. And also, I don't know about you, but drinking really does ignite the junchies. And if you don't know what this phenomena is, it's you get hungrier. You just want some junk. Or your inhibitions are lowered. You're like, forget the diet. Just give me those French fries with chili on top and cheese. And I really don't care about French fries. Why do I always bring up stuff that I don't even care about? Mine would be pizza or subs. I am going to put that phone call on hold. I'm not going to be rude. The other thing I want to talk about is the non-ketoers. Dealing with people who don't understand the keto lifestyle. People who are uneducated about the keto lifestyle. I have ran into a couple of issues during this almost 4-week life change, and had to defend my way of eating on a few occasions, and it's been annoying. I've had some people refer to my diet as having an eating disorder. Don't people who have eating this. I don't know. I don't want. That's a whole new topic that I don't want to get into. But like for instance, the other day, my family came over for a cookout. I had my, pre-planned steak, asparagus, and shrimp. That was gonna be my food. Everybody had the same, plus an ear of corn on the cob, a big old potato with loads of sour cream, chives, cheddar, butter. Well, butter's good for us. You name it. And when I said no to the ear of corn, when everybody knows I like corn on the cob, they're like, oh, why are you saying no to corn? And I'm like, it's not gonna fit in with my diet. And then they're like, how the hell does corn not fit into your diet? It's so low calorie. It's like, what is it, 97, 96 calories, I think, or something like that, a little less. Or something that's really good. And I had explained to them, I'm doing keto. That corn, that cute little ear of corn will throw out my whole day plus a half a day for the next one. I think one ear, the one that my mother-in-law brought over, was 34 grams of carbs and maybe 4 grams of fiber. I'm not sure about the fiber. I know kernels aren't digestible, so I would have to, I don't know. I'm not getting into that. But it's 34 grams of carbs. And when you're doing 20 net carbs a day, there's no keto in corn. There's no life with corn. Corn is from the past. No corn flakes, no corn pops, no corn bread, no corn. I love corn. And I love to put all that butter on it, and I love it, especially when it's on the grill. But corn just isn't part of what I'm trying to do here. So they're like, oh, no corn. You got an eating disorder. While I am measuring my 2 tablespoons of A1 sauce I allowed for myself that day because I've made room for it because I love steak with A1. And normally I have my steak without A1 because of the 3 net carbs in 1 tablespoon. So it's like you only get 1 tablespoon and it's 3 carbs. But for the barbecue, I wanted my A1. So I allotted for 2 tablespoons worth. So while they're watching me pour my A1 sauce into that tablespoon and coat it with one of my steak while defending my, anti-corn on the cob for today, they're thinking I'm having an eating disorder. I'm like, are you not realizing I'm putting A1 on a big, huge steak? It's like, it had to have been like 8 ounces. Big old steak. I got a shrimp skewer on the side and no cocktail sauce. Bummer. And then I had a whole big bag of asparagus for myself. That was a lot of asparagus. If you ever get those steam refresh bags, that's a lot of asparagus. So I had my asparagus, I had a big old 8-ounce steak, I had 2 tablespoons A1 sauce, and I had my shrimp skewer that had like 6 shrimp on it, and my, best friend. Liquidy best friend, because my husband's my best friend. And my 2 cats, and my kids. Anyways, so I had to defend myself, and then I'll have, going out to eat with any friends, ordering, a burger without the bun, and I have some dude who just inhaled a whole rack of ribs and has got barbecue sauce on his nose, got barbecue sauce on his forehead. I don't know how it got to the forehead. I don't know. Maybe he just went out of exhaustion from eating off the bone so much. He had barbecue right here. It was everywhere. And he's like, your diet's not really good. How can you order a burger without the bun? I'm like, because I'm doing keto. You can't eat bread. Unless it's got a lot of almond flour in it, but you can't eat bread. That's not going to work for you. Wipes his barbecue stain off his cheek. I'm like, I am not going to take nutritional advice from someone who just inhaled a full rack of ribs with fries and freaking big old thing of garlic bread and coleslaw while drinking beers. I don't know everything there is to know about keto yet. I'm still learning, and I hope I learn like 99% more because I doubt I'll be ever 100% knowledgeable about this topic. But for right now, I'm feeling great. I'm losing weight. I feel healthy. And I'm not seeing any side effects aside from that 1 week of death when I had the keto flu. And I talked about that on the first video I did. A very long video where I was all over the place. So if I were you, I wouldn't even bother watching my first video because I was nervous. I was like all over the place. I was in my bedroom. But I went into a great deal about how the first week of keto was awful for me. And that's usually what hinders people from surpassing that first week and really seeing what the benefits that lie when you make it this far. And but I'm not gonna, if I'm feeling great and I'm eating food, I'm not starving myself. I eat a lot. But I'm not gonna take advice from someone who's can't even use a napkin properly. So luckily that's a friend of a friend. So I don't really have to see him much again. Hopefully not ever. Because I get along great with people. I just don't want, with me, I don't force my ideas, diets, or whatnot on other people. You can go on a Burger King Whopper diet for all I care. As long as you're monitoring your health and the doctor is making sure that you're not gonna like have a heart attack from all those Whoppers. Do what you want to do. Let me do what I want to do. I'm not, hurting my body. I'm not starving myself. I'm eating a lot of food, more food than I was before I even tried keto. I mean, you're eating fattier food. You're just saying goodbye to hoagie rolls. Whoop-de-doo-dah, I'm having a hot dog without the bun. Sue me. Don't sue me. You don't even have any real reasons to sue me. Anyways, what was I going to say? I'm sorry, I completely forgot. I know I was saying that I don't force my opinions on other people. But some people just like to force them on me. It's like, thanks, but no thanks. So yeah, I've had to deal with a lot of people, trying to tell me that what I'm doing is wrong. You need carbs. Yeah, I'm getting carbs. I'm getting 20 grams of carbs worth. I'm eating, plenty of fats, moderate protein. I haven't felt this great in a long, long time. So why would I want to stop now if I feel amazing? I recently had my third baby, and I made the stupidest mistake. And if any of you guys are pregnant or are going to be having kids in the future, women, do not carry the kid in the car seat inside stores. Because what I would do, I mean, if the baby's asleep when you're getting ready to go to the grocery store, that's one thing. But I made the mistake of carrying my, at the time, 4-month-old baby in the car seat so I wouldn't wake her up. Instead of just taking her out of the car seat, I carried the whole car seat. So I had normal weight on this side of my body, and I was like struggling to arch my back in a weird way to carry the car seat. So I was walking. I always park in the far back of the parking lot. It's just like taking the stairs instead of the elevator. I just like whatever I can get more exercise, I do it. So I'm carrying her across the parking lot, and I get my son in the other hand. Cars are going by. Nobody stops for a mom with little kids anymore. They're man for themselves, I guess. So I'm like struggling while waiting for all the cars to go by, and my little one is like, "Mommy, they won't let us cross." And I'm like, I know, and I'm carrying the car seat in. Like, I'm not gonna put her down on the concrete while we wait for someone to please stop and let us cross. It's a very busy grocery store. I'm awkwardly holding, and then once I finally get to the carriage, I'm like struggling to lift up that heavy car seat and put it inside the stroller, or the carriage. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I did my back in. My back has been painful ever since. In the morning, it's worse. When I wake up, I have to like roll out of bed and then like arch my way to the bathroom for the morning potty break. And then I gotta arch my way to the coffee maker and then just try and coax my body, whatever that word is, into being able to let me walk erect and not look like I'm, Yeah, I need a walker at that store, so I can't walk around hunched. I don't want to use a cane. I get kids to carry. So anyways, my back was pretty messed up, so I can't do much cardio or anything like that. I'm too afraid to go to the doctor, so I'm just letting it heal on its own. You're hearing my little girl cry because her brother stole her toy again. Yes. A toy that neither one of them really even like. They just like to fight about the toy because it gets to each other. And they're little, and they already know how to do that stuff. It's like, jeez. Are you born innate with this ability to, like, I don't like that, but I don't want you to have it mentality? Anyways, so even though I can't do much cardio or lift a lot of stuff, I feel a lot better since I've been doing keto. If for some reason, I think it's like, it hasn't fixed it, but it's made it more manageable. It's like 4 weeks ago, my back on a scale of 1 to 10 for pain was like a 5, no, a 6, with a couple 8s and 9s sprinkled in, depending on how I slept that night before. Lately, it's been like a 4 and a 3, again, depending on how I slept the night before. And I just got a new mattress, so I'm wondering if that correlates to it. Really, really nice mattress. I've been begging for a new mattress forever. My husband, like, he knew my birthday's next week, so can't really say no to the wifey poo when it's a birthday week. Yeah, in my family, we have birthday week. We don't have a birthday day. We have a birthday week where 7 days before the day of your birthday, oh, not birthday, 2 weeks. 7 days before the day of your birthday, you got to be nice to the birthday person. And then 7 days or 6 days after, you got to be nice to the birthday person. You just got to be really nice to that person. You don't have to buy them stuff, but, give the bigger piece of, the cake type of niceness, which I can't have cake. So this is going to be a bummer for my birthday. My husband's going to make me steak and lobster for my birthday. And sans the cake. No blowing out the candles. I'll freaking blow out a freaking candle on top of a turkey sausage patty. I don't know. I'm going to miss my chocolate cake for my yearly birthday. Some people say just to hell with it. I just don't. Cake's not that big of a deal where I want to flush down any, progress I've made. So, unless I can make a cake out of almond flour, but I can't seem to find any almond flour, so I might have to order off of Amazon or something. All right, what else? Oh, having to bring your pre-planned meals to get-togethers where you don't know what's going to be in the food that they're making for you. So next weekend, I'm being invited for lobster enchilada. My husband's family's Cuban, so they love to make that picadillo, enchilada, and blah, blah, on top of huge beds of rice and Cuban bread. I love it. I'm not going to have it. I'm going to bring my prepackaged stuff. But it's going to be all right because I enjoy the company, so it's not going to... I just won't let it have the same thing that they're having. No different than any night watching my husband and kids eat gooey pizza while I eat my homemade cheese crust pizza. Or pizza on top of Joseph Pita's 5-net carb bread. Anyways, I'm off. I'm rambling. So I just wanted to share those things with you. So how long is this video getting? Oh, wow. I really need to shorten my videos. I just... Don't let people discourage you. What you're doing is good. It has a lot of benefits to your health, your energy levels. There's so many more goods than bads. And I really haven't discovered any bads except for friggin' missing bread and cake and dealing with awkward social situations. But you just gotta have a thick skin. And remember, if you're new to this, stick to it. I know the keto flu is a biatch. Stick to it. The keto flu will surpass, and you're going to feel amazing. And also, I'm not sure if I agree with carb ups or refeeds unless you're like a bodybuilder. But if I go over my carb limit, I would have insane carb cravings for 24 hours and might even get a little dose of the keto flu again. I could be wrong. I'm still learning. We're all going to learn together. I just want to share what I have discovered this past couple of days and how my social interactions have been lately and things like that. So I'm going to leave it at there. And hopefully in 2 days I'll tell you some good news about my weigh-in. So until next time.